then I got elected to the 20 Pro Bowl. You know what I'm playing? I'm playing QB1. QB1. First you start off in college, then you play. Then you get drafted to the NFL. And I came in the first round pick for the Raiders. And then I got elected to the Pro Bowl. But we didn't win. We didn't win the other games, so we're not in the play. What? That's something I've never seen before. The Jets versus the Panthers in the Super Bowl. Alright. Let's hop into the Super Bowl. I'm at the Pro Bowl. Last year I won the Super Bowl. Well, I finished 2 years today. So this is the 3rd year. And I finished 2 years today. Actually, let me view the Pro Bowl. Let me view the Pro Bowl. Okay, that's me up top. Don't see anything. Okay.
How many of y'all came to win?
I'm on the AFC team.
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.
Got Tyreek Hill, Odell,
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my
Juju
business.
Smith.
I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't
Then
feeling
Joku
paid
is my
with
tight
you.
end.
Then I gotta come clean like a man with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support rod, lifting up.
You got JJ Watt,
New York City time.
Mike Ingram.
Better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I
Let's
need
play
that.
full game.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great color coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason.
AFC is a 94.
The best of the best
NFC
take the field
is a 95
one more time.
over.
Hey, it's the coach. This is the NFL Pro Bowl on
I'm playing a full game.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC.
Let's look at my lineup. I'm gonna look at my lineup.
Versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh, yeah.
And no doubt about it, it was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack. And he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Definitely the right choice in my book.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Justin Houston with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Who's my punt returner? No. Punt returner. Hold up, what? Oh, I'm putting Tyreek Hill up here. How dare they do that? What is this game? Putting low overalls at kick returner and punt returner.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And it'll be a short field ahead as the AFC takes over 1st and 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. They complete it to Hill. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 18 on the play.
On
1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the AFC, remember, of course, they won the last couple years here in Orlando and off to a good start in this one.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy. Oh, you understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
QB run. Wait, they don't have those type of runs? What is run?
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. He finds his target, Beckham. And this will move the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made at the NFC's 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Only 7-0.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10.
I want to get traded, but I'm scared. If
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will score. It's a touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback. 36 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Their defense is good. Their offense is giving it to them.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky.
Look how much time he has.
Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Melvin Ingram drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Okay. I'm a score.
Watch out for Hill on the return.
He looks way faster.
A big-time return there, 40 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
That's huge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Too good.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as score. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Jack Doyle, 32 yards. And the AFC.
Let's look at my wide receivers. Antonio Brown. I didn't know I had.
He is able to widen their advantage. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT.
I'm going to fake the ball.
And it is now 21-0.
Actually, let me put Lamar Jackson in. My quarterback has been in long enough. Lamar Jackson at 89 overall? What?
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. To throw again on second down. Trubisky, his throw incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here, 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Again, it's Trubisky. And that's Elliott, complete. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 41-yard line.
Good route, good pick.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Trubisky will throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack it.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 75 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 28.
You put Andrew Luck in. I don't know why he's still in the game.
Nothing. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's now
ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
16 yards, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Put him over here.
Here's Trubisky. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. J.J. Watt getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. And it's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And touchdown. Tyreek.
Pass here. Now let me leave my quarterback in.
Hill, 96 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. 35-0.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. He completes it to Jones. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Switching to the wrong person. I could have picked that.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
I literally could have.
Here's Hill on the return. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10.
This man is going to add more people on the side. Let's keep my player in the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 in the first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
If I can control
now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too...
And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15.
Oh, I forgot I was kicking it.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Jones has it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
No gain.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Trubisky, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. but at least it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Okay.
Touchdown! He goes 67 yards on the punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the NFC back out there. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now, and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have to play made against them, and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
And then it goes... It's daytime on.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
All the lights on.
Now Trubisky to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's not. It's all because they have 0 points. What is this game?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He completes it to Tate. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them 1st down. And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked. Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. That one complete. Elliott. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
I still score. Oh, my God. Y'all are just so bad. Y'all are just so bad.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
All right, count him along with me. That's his 3rd return for a touchdown in this game. Why is the ball being kicked to him? That would be my question.
I was just going to ask you the same question because we see 2 occasionally. I mean, it's very rare. 3, unbelievable. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
15 yards on the play. 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position.
11 seconds left. I might as well just run with my quarterback.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come
on, set. 60 or.
And an alley to run. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30.
Imagine I scored.
So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory.
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
George Kittle. Okay, let's use the box. Last year we won the Super Bowl. Should I get traded this year? I should get traded this year.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in the
Let me get traded. If I have to retire, I'd be so mad. The man leaves. If I have to retire, please don't be able to retire. Please. If I'm retired, I got to start a whole other career.
Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. Can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide. I'm
Please
with it. See me now, on God, I'm living. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But it's in, I'm down to win.
Oh my gosh, I think I have to retire. Dang it! I have to retire. Oh my god. Retire from the league. Touchdown.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
I pick a random position. Okay. Route runner, wide receiver. Okay. Don't have to be a wide receiver. I'm gonna be a low number.
Somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room.
Be number 16. All I did was try to get traded and
hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be out so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in 3.
being that tall. He's 5'11". I need to be fast. No, 5'10".
I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a cruise on receipts in my pocket. Don't come with the coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game.
Alright, that is the end of the video. Look, I had to retire. Anyways, I'll see you on next. I'm so mad.